The venue, the NIC in Nottingham. The venue for the playoff finals. The clock counts down. The fans arrive early. Belfast, Fife, Braehead, and of course the Sheffield Steelers. Before the players arrive, the preparation continues.
So whose are these then?
Dowdy's. He had a little bit giddy fit the other day and ripped it off. So a little bit of a running repair.
You're an old hat at these things now, but 2 hours before a playoff semi-final, what's going through the gut feeling?
Yeah, I mean, probably the same as all the fans, just nervous energy really, but can't wait to get out there and it's good to be here.
A lot of the teams came down last night because of the proximity and hotels and stuff. The boys have travelled down on the bus.
Yeah.
Feeling on the bus, what was being spoken? Was it a quiet bus, a loud bus? What was it like?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I mean, everyone's excited, a lot of guys new to this, so they don't know what to expect, but you know, all the guys have been talking about all week, so quiet bus, but we're all excited to be here.
A new triple assistant coach, I noticed, with a slightly swollen face. How good is it to have Jeff just here and then on the bench with you?
Yeah, it's good to see him and see that he's doing well. It's a lift for the boys and just happy he's okay, to be honest.
That's it. Lord Nelson, lemon tea drink. Keep the boys going in. Not too much, just enough.
Secret ingredient.
Give it a shake.
Heavy hits.
Ready. Yeah, bud.
Stephen, just 2 hours to go before the start of the game. Feelings?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's good to be here. Obviously, it's going to be a great atmosphere out here, and you got 4 teams that battled hard to get here. So yeah, we're definitely excited.
I need to remind you, we weren't there last year. You've been told, I'm sure, about the atmosphere and the whole Final Four event. It's a good one to win, isn't it?
Yeah, I think some of the guys that have been here before have told us a lot, and like I said, it's an exciting event, and there's some guys in each locker room that haven't been there before, so myself included. So I'm excited, and the guys are ready to go.
The guy that brought you here just poked his head through the door, Ryan Finnerty. You'll be playing up against him tonight. What do you reckon his team's going to be like? What are the keys to this game?
Well, I think I've said before they're running a hot goaltender, so I think it'll be really key for us to get a lot of shots and kind of get some traffic in front of him and make it difficult for him. Obviously, they got some offense as well. Ash Goldie, he can hurt you, so they got quite a few players that can do that. So it's going to be whoever plays the best for 60 minutes and most consistently, and that's who's going to win the game.
It's quiet and it's edgy down here, isn't it? So I guess that's what it's supposed to be like on a big day.
Yeah, it's exciting. You want to stay calm, and at the same time, you're excited, you're ready to go, and we still got an hour or 2 before we start here, but guys are excited.
Is it almost important that you don't overthink it and drain yourself before you get out there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, every big game you're anticipating the game to start, but at the same time you go through your regular routines and things like that, and I think that helps guys just keep an even keel, and at the end of the day it's another game, and that's how you got to approach it, and I think the intensity is going to be there for 60 minutes, so we're looking forward to it.
I think the players just kind of need to take advantage of the moment. I think it was very enjoyable last week in getting here, but just kind of enjoy it, and I think that's when they'll play their best, just being able to go out there and just be themselves, and just be relaxed. I think that's the biggest thing. It's almost human nature a little bit to kind of tighten up a little bit in these kind of games, so if we go out there nice and loose, I think we'll be fine.
You've been around this situation so many times, so what's your gut feeling of how they are right now? You've been on a bus with them, you've been around them now, you're comfortable with how they are?
Really comfortable, it's good, yeah, really quiet, kind of a quiet confidence, much of laughing on the way up on the bus, so guys are loose exactly the way I want it.
Okay, your old teammate Ryan Finnerty on the other side of the bench to you. What do you reckon his team's going to bring tonight?
I don't know, I think they'll bring kind of a laid-back game, maybe a little bit. They'll try to be a little bit more defensive against us, I think, but I don't know, you never know with coach Ryan Finnerty. It's kind of new for him as a coach being here, so there's a ton of pressure on him to do well.
Yeah, and does that make it a little bit easier for you that you have been here? You've stood on this bench for the last God knows how many years, then you know what to expect.
Yeah, he'll be feeling it. Again, his first time he wasn't able to do it in Sheffield for a couple of years, so to get there with Braehead, he'll be feeling a ton of pressure to get through. But I like where we're at right now.
Game time. Steeler Dan was ready, as was Robert Dowd. Look at the focus on that face. Game on. Early action. Saw Max Lacroix take a hell of a hit from Chris Frank. Take a look at this one, folks. Boom. Well, Max felt that. The helmet came down and the visor cut Lacroix. As much as the linesman tried to stop the blood hitting the ice, there was a delay in play. Lacroix headed back to the bench and the physio and doctor went to work as they glued Max's face back together again. It was the Clan that was to take the early lead though, 3:40. Bergin robs Robert Dowd. A lovely backhand pass and Trim scores. It's 1-0 to the Braehead Clan. Trim's goal, he scored 2 against the Nottingham Panthers in the quarter-final in the same net. He loves it here at the NIC. A nice finish. He sells drawing the dummy. And Gerard Adams. But he's been here before. His experience counts. Champagne in the box, high stick, Steelers on the power play. Can they get back on level terms? Dustin Cohn, he looks, he finds a lane, shoots, rebound, there's Nate Di Casemiro. Steelers back in it, we're tied at 1 apiece. Decaz the screen, and then Decaz the goal scorer. Just what the Steelers needed. Their 2,500 fans went wild, Decaz with a smile on his face. And whoosh, yes, it was behind you. But this was a playoff game with a bit of spice, a little bit of extra. LaRock and Spencer. But of course, the playoff semi-final, the playoff final, as Darnell's explaining to Ryan Finnerty, but it never really gets to the full fight, does it? The games are normally too important. Like here, Bergin and Fatter, they're pushing and shoving, but nothing's happening. But then again, Spencer hasn't read the script, and him and Champagne get it going. Frank jumps in, third man. That's an automatic 5-minute penalty. But Spencer got kicked out as well. He wasn't happy. He looked for emotion from the Sheffield Steelers bench. He got it. And from the fan base. Chris Frank also ejected for the third man out. But look at that, behind the scenes. The two players met in the tunnel as they walked back to their dressing room. Not a word was said. Despite losing Spencer, the Steelers were dominant in the first period and deservedly went 2-1 ahead. Dustin Cohn shoots and scores. 3:43 before the end of the first period. Goes 5-hole on Jones. The Steelers bench and support just rose. A nice finish from 22. Look at the emotion on the bench. Stephen Gertson, though, as captain, he'd been there before. This game, though, was still full of spice. Bit of pushing, bit of shoving. The Rock and Phillips, and then Phillips' mate Hewitt comes in. And as much as the Steelers dominated the first, the Clan dominated the second, but only had this power play strike from Ash Goldie to show for it. Baldwin sat out a minor, and a great finish from Goldie. Doyle could do nothing about it. The only goal of the second period meant we were tied at 2, and the Purple Army were happy. Look at it again. Nothing Doyle can do about this. Nothing any goalie could do about that. What a finish. An even third period, well, for 10 minutes. Di Casemiro, though, patience. He's waiting. He looks, he finds Robert Dowd. Dowd can't score, so he takes a step back, and as he gets hit, he finds the roof of the net. The Steelers led 3-2, 53-18. What a finish, Robert Dowd. A great play from Di Casemiro. But watch when Dowd gets it, he has to bring the puck back to get it upstairs, and he does. Great celebrations, a great finish. Dowd, he shoots and scores. The golden child, the golden boy, oh yes, Dan, we loved it. But Dowd had given the Sheffield Steelers that advantage. Abel and LeGuy looked nervous wrecks, especially when Lee Young called too many men on the ice. Steelers complained, Young counted 6. Ryan Finnerty thought he had a second timeout. No, he hadn't. Tom Darnell quickly told him. Well, Finnerty had had enough time to pull the goalie. A little smile from Gerard Adams. Goldie went close. Di Casemiro had a chance, went 4 foot wide. Goldie actually had a great chance. Doyle made a super save later, but the clock counted down. Relief as much as anything. Oh yes, Nate Di Casemiro. The Sheffield Steelers victorious 3-2 over the Braehead Clan. They will be the team to face the Belfast Giants in the final on Sunday. What a performance, Frank Doyle. What a performance, Sheffield Steelers. Frank was the Sheffield Steelers man of the match. On a Saturday, everybody happy as they left the ice. Look at the support. Oh, Nottingham was orange. The boys happy as they left the ice, and we got the reaction of all of the stars of that semi-final victory.
Gee, whatever happened to the nice days of an easy 6-1 Saturday, because that was far from it. It was a rough ride and you had us on the edge of your seats right to the dying second.
Yeah, it was kind of a tale of almost 2 games. I thought the first period, I thought we controlled and dominated for the most part, and then the second period we came out and got into penalty trouble. And they had a lot of momentum, a lot of shots, but our guys stuck with it. And our penalty kill was really good. That kind of carried it for us tonight, and we only gave up the 1 goal in the second period, and I think that was the turning point in the game.
It was a huge kill, wasn't it? The 5-on-3 kill. There was one shift. Stephen Gertson was just immense, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the one shift for Gertson, Cohn, and Langley lost his stick, so it was almost a 5-on-2, and they were able to stick with it. And obviously, your best penalty kill is your goalie. So Frank Doyle played excellent for us again tonight.
Instead of taking that momentum off the big kill, though, obviously we then took the next penalty, and if you keep giving good teams like Braehead power play chances, they are going to score, aren't they?
Yeah, eventually they are. I mean, some of the officiating calls I don't necessarily agree with, but that happens in these type of games. We're able to kill it off, so that's a very positive thing.
Just take you back a little bit. We spoke on the radio in between periods at the end of the first period, that big incident where Tim Spencer was involved, and it seemed to me like it was just an even-up call, that one.
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for the comment I made earlier. So
Your press office is really good. He'll bail you out. Don't worry about it.
I'll stay away from that one. Yeah.
Okay. Talk us through now what you do in the next few hours, because you're going back to Sheffield and then come back again in the morning. How important is it the next few hours to what happens tomorrow?
I think it's key for guys. Obviously, they're professional enough. They know the nutrition and the hydration that they need. It's incredibly hot out there for everybody, so it's such a quick turnaround. So our guys are in really good physical fitness shape. It's just the mental side of it they got to take care of.
In the good old Sky days, I used to interview you on the breakfast table in the finals, and unfortunately, it never got to the stage of you lifting that trophy. Do you have a good feeling about this team, that this is a team that can take you all the way and lift this trophy for Sheffield?
Yes, absolutely. I think there's no reason. I think the way the guys have been playing the last little while, the team morale's been great, and that's one thing I really preach is the attitude and approach, and it's been spot on, so they deserve it.
If you fancy it, you can come to the hotel and have breakfast with me in the morning if you want, but I think you're probably better having it with Nina.
Tony buying?
Tony's buying. Good man. See you later.
Yeah.